Hey guys, Jenkar here. Welcome to the third episode of our premium top 5 series. Today we are going to take a look at the Soviet top 5 premiums. And well, at least for me, there is some fantastic planes in there. And let's see how they run. At number 5 we have the I-153P sitting at 3.0 battle rating in a realistic and 3.7 in arcade. This is a rank 2 aircraft that is a lot of fun at its battle rating. You can purchase this plane for a cheap price, somewhere between 800 and 1200 golden eagles. I couldn't find a source that would tell me exactly how much this thing was. Now this is a turn fighter, pure and simple. It's a plane in which you can have a lot of shenanigans. It has two 20mm Schwach cannons, which is excellent firepower on a 3.0 plane in realistic battle. It is a tight beam though, so it's difficult to aim. It's so difficult to miss with it. They are quite unforgiving and you have to have your aim on point. But if you save the ammo for right up close and in their face, look here how many shots of those miss. You can better wait until you have a full profile, have them turning with you, get a good shot on a full profile, and you can shoot them down pretty quickly. These Schwach belts are pretty good and have good devastating effect. This is a plane that can also be equipped with rockets and bombs. It's a very versatile plane. It's best on mid to low altitude, just like most Soviet planes. And it's excellent in its control. It's very stable. It has great handling. And pure and simple, it's lots of fun. This plane is just lots of fun. It gives you a laugh almost every match there is. And it gives you a little bit of a unique play style. Like all pure turn fighters. Lure them in and get them turning. At number 4 we have the I-29 sitting at 2.7 battle rating, both in realistic battle and in arcade. It's a rank 1 aircraft and it is one of the best rank 1 aircraft for the Soviet Union. It was an event plane in the autumn of 2017 in which you could earn it, and if you ever get the chance to earn this plane in some event, make sure you get it because it is a fantastic plane. It's a jack of all trades that is decent at everything. Of course, it's a two-engined heavy fighter, but it doesn't feel heavy at all. It can compete with a lot of single-engine fighters, and it is an absolute joy to fly. It is very stable, and you have lots of firepower. It's really a great heavy-hitting heavy fighter. Like I said, great firepower with two 20mm Schwach cannons and three 7.7 I believe millimeter machine guns. You have lots of options in the firepower. It's a pure fighter though. You do not have any ground strike capabilities in this plane, but that really is a mute point because you want to use this plane as the heavy hitting fighter that it is. It is very reliable. It's a very sturdy plane. I have hit other planes in the wings and this plane just keeps on flying. Absolutely fantastic. It can also get home with a lot of damage. It can fly on one engine and it has great handling for a heavy fighter. It feels like a single engine fighter that is very stable, and yeah, there is nothing to complain about in this plane. This plane is also best at mid to low altitude, in which this plane really is a high performing beast, and at its battle rating it can net you some fantastic results. I can definitely advise you to get this plane. At number 3 we have the Focke-Wulf 190 D9 sitting at 5.3 battle rating in realistic, 5.0 in arcade. This is a rank 4 vehicle, ideal to get you some jets unlocked. This plane is not cheap though. This plane is on the expensive side with 7,420 golden eagles. But for that money you do get a beauty of a plane. It is of course one of the better German boom and zoomers and one of the great inventions of Kurt Tank. fantastic boom and zoomer, like I said, with a brilliant roll rate. The defensive flying in this plane is absolutely enjoyable. It's fantastic. It has great firepower, one of the best roll rates in the game, and it is an arrow. It is very fast, it has good speed, and you can outrun a lot of planes. You do have to get on altitude though in this plane, as you need to be boom and zooming in this plane. Turn fighting is not really what you want. You want to be focusing on diving on other players, as the dive speed is very good in this plane, with great energy retention in the vertical and the horizontal, and the acceleration is also very nice. This plane is absolutely beautiful. It has good firepower with two 20mm MG151 cannons supported by 13mm MG131 machine guns. It is a joy to fly this plane. It is straight up boom and zooming and energy fighting with disciplined flying, because this plane is not very forgiving. Once you get into the focal point of enemy fighters and you do not have much space to dive, then you are in trouble. If you do have space to dive though, you can easily escape out of most situations, as this is a great diving aircraft with a lot of speed there. At number 2 we have the P-47D, or also known as the Stalinbolt, sitting at 4.3 battle rating in realistic battle and 3.3, a whopping 3.3 in arcade. No idea why it's that low still in arcade battle, but okay, we'll take it for now. It's a rank 3 aircraft that you can buy for 1900 golden eagles, and that is an absolute buy. And I mean, I hear people say sometimes, yeah, I got 50% off on the Stalinbolt, should I buy it? And you should buy it without any discounts, it's that good. And if you get a 50% or, God forbid, a 75% discount on this thing, it's an absolute no-brainer. This is a boom and zoom heaven. It is an absolute brutal plane with fantastic firepower, 850 cals with good ammo load. It is a very good plane that is fast, and very fast in a dive indeed. It is great on altitude, one of the better planes on altitude, where the performance really is fantastic. It also has some versatility to it with the options of bomb loads and such. It has a good amount of ordnance options on her, although not as much as the American version, but it is still a versatile plane that is very, very lethal, and one of the planes that I like to fly the most, as it suits my playstyle a lot. Heavy plane, but feels good on the control when she's fast. Excellent performance in a dive. And finally, at number 1 we have the Yak 3T. This is an absolute beauty of a plane with a nice combination of performance, firepower and battle rating. It is a 5.0 battle rating plane in realistic, 5.3 in arcade. It is a rank 3 aircraft that was available during the Chronicle event in 2017. If this explosions, if this plane ever shows its face again, you have to try to finish the event and get this plane. It is absolutely great, and the rewards on this thing are fantastic as well. It is a unique Yak 3, but of course there is different versions of Yaks at this battle rating with big guns. So you can also get it from the regular tree if you want, but if you can get it for free in an event, then I would definitely advise you to get it, because they are great earners, these premium planes, and fantastic fun to fly. This is an energy fighter with brutal firepower, great 37mm cannon in the front with two 20mm SWAT cannons to support that. It is a jack of all trades, like most Yaks. It can do everything well to good to you know. So they are fantastic planes. They are very stable, very forgiving. They are ideal planes for beginners, because they are not easy to they are not difficult to fly at all. You can transition between a little bit of boom and zooming, although not too fast in a dive, and energy fighting where they are best, especially at mid to low altitudes where they are great, and a little bit of turn fighting as well is possible in this plane. Very forgiving, you can make a mistake or two, and the planes are decently sturdy as well. This is this is one of my favorites, and I had to choose, and it was very close between the Thunderbolt and this one, but I like this one just slightly better. It is absolutely fantastic. Get this plane if you can. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.